Hi, it's Fran here for PC Monitors, and today I'll be taking a look at the OSD on-screen display menu systems of the AOC U2477PWQ. The OSD is controlled by pressable buttons towards the right side of the bottom bezel. There are white painted buttons labels on the front, as well as small blue power LED. This glows red when the monitor doesn't detect any input. The first button is an input select function. The second button allows you to control the clear vision sharpness enhancement feature. As explored in the review, weak can be useful for some non-native resolutions, but higher settings produce an overly sharp image. The third button allows you to adjust the volume for the 3.5mm headphone jack. The fourth button allows you to access the main menu system, while the fifth button is the power button. The main menu is laid out in AOC's usual widescreen style. First up is a luminance menu that allows you to change basic settings like brightness and contrast. There is an eco mode setting that sets the brightness to various preset values. This includes the new uniformity setting, which is a uniformity compensation mode explored in the review. You can select one of three gamma settings and enable the DCR, dynamic contrast ratio, dynamic contrast setting as well. Finally, there is an overdrive control, again explored in the review. There is then an image setup menu that is only there for analog connections VGA. This is optimised automatically for digital connections. Next is colour setup, allowing you to select a predefined colour temperature, or manually adjust the red, green and blue colour channels. There is also a DCB, dynamic colour boost setting, which selectively oversaturates certain shades. Next is Picture Boost, which allows you to control the bright frame feature of this monitor. This allows you to adjust the digital brightness and contrast levels for certain sections of the screen, independently from the rest of the screen. Next is the OSD setup. You can change the language that the OSD is displayed in and change the timeout period. This is how long in seconds the OSD will remain on the screen after the last button press, before disappearing automatically. You can change the DP capability to 1.1 purely for compatibility reasons. DP 1.2 is required for 60 Hz at the native resolution when using DisplayPort. You can change where on the screen the OSD is displayed, and also change the HDMI revision used to 1.4. This again is a compatibility feature. HDMI 2.0 is required for 60 Hz at the native resolution when using HDMI. You can also change the transparency level of the OSD and enable the break reminder feature. This will pop up a message up on the screen after you've been using it for an hour to remind you to take a break. For the purposes of this video, we do have the OSD at the top of the screen, where usually it would be down here at the bottom. There is a PIP setting menu that allows you to configure the PIP, picture-in-picture, and PBP, picture-by-picture functionality of the monitor. You can change various aspects here, including the size and position of the PIP box. As I've only got a single PC connected to the monitor, I won't demonstrate this functionality. Finally, there is the extra menu. This allows you to manually select the input used by the monitor, or have it selected automatically. There is an auto config, a greyed out VGA only setting. There is an off timer which automatically turns the monitor off after a set number of hours between 1 and 24. There is an image ratio feature that is greyed out. I will say that this part of the menu, the extra bit, is the only bit which isn't on the auto timeout function. So the image ratio features are greyed out unless using the non-native resolution. I'll just switch the monitor to Full HD to show you this functionality for you. You can set this to wide, which will use an interpolation process to display the image using all of the pixels. Alternatively, you can select 1:1, which will only use the pixels required by the resolution. As noted in the review, the interpolation process is actually quite good on this monitor, so the wide option will be preferred by most users. And now back to the native UHD resolution. There is a DDC/CI, which is a certain plug-and-play functionality for the monitor, allowing you to use software to control the OSD. Finally, there's an option to reset everything to factory defaults. And to the right here is a reminder of the current resolution you're using, as well as the refresh rate. I've been Fran, and thanks for watching. Please don't forget to check out the full review on PCmonitors.info.